Share the screen. Yeah, pretty much I'll let you lead it off as far with the
introduction.
Yeah. As far as introducing yourself, then we can go from there.
All right, well, y'all pretty much are. Y'all can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead.
All right, pretty much. Y'all already know my name, Drake Evans. I've been in this business for about 3 months now. Probably one of the best decisions I done ever made. This guy Trey Starger, he's helped me cash business checks. I'm learning a lot about investing.
He was skeptical.
Before I joined, it took me like 5 months to join because I was skeptical as hell. I thought it was like a scam because it was something new to me. But then I finally joined. I'm making money.
$400 pay raise.
He showed me how to get a pay raise on my job by filling the W-4 form out correctly. And that's pretty much it.
All right, cool. And I'll go next. I'm Trey Starger. I've been in business since 18. And pretty much, I just want to be wealthy. You know, I want to be worth hundreds of millions. I don't cash thousands of dollars a week in business check, making great residual income. I never had a job. You know, I'm not saying that to brag. Can y'all hear me? It say my internet connection is unstable. I'm good?
You good.
All right, cool. Cool. Yeah, I mean, I never had a job, but I'm not saying that to brag. I'm just showing you, like, that's how much I believe in myself when I was 18. And pretty much, I help people pay off $1,000 credit cards, help people cash business checks. And, my whole goal, I want to help as many people as I can. Because if you want to get wealthy, you just got to serve other people. But, whoever want to introduce themselves next, then we can go ahead and get into the presentation and everything.
Go ahead, man.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, go ahead.
Tell me. I'm not really sure like what to say or whatever, but
yeah, just say your name. You can say how old you is and pretty much what you do for a living.
All right. I'm Stephen Williams. I'm 20. I'm currently in the U.S. Navy.
Okay. Okay. Well, we definitely appreciate your service too. And is her name Marissa Drake?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Marissa, we can't see you, but shout out to you for being here. And we'll go ahead and get into the information. And one thing I will tell y'all, when I'm going through this information, my job, I'm just going to educate you. After I give you this education, you make the best decision for you and your family and your life. All right, I'm not going to sell you. But we can pretty much go ahead and get into the information. Pretty much what you got to understand, the real reason that we need to get business, everybody, is because of the wealth gap, in America. We're not saying all, Caucasian people are rich. We're not saying all black people are poor. But from CNN, from the wealth gap, they say on average, Caucasians pass down $141,000. But blacks pass down $11,000 generation to generation. That means your parents or your grandparents, they only passing you $11,000. So we kind of got to fix that because blacks spend more than any other race, but we got a less amount of wealth than any race it is. Then, of course, this don't matter any race, none of that. This from the U.S. Census. By the time you enter the workforce at 25, you got your career started. By the time you 65, only 1% will be wealthy by the time they're 65. 4% will have enough for retirement. 3% will still be working. And 63% of the people by the time they're 65, I don't care if you building a business, working a job, I don't care what you're doing. Out of every 100 people, by the time you're 65, 63% depend on Social Security, family, friends, and charity to get by, which is the church. Now, you go ask your people for some money right now, what they're going to tell you. They don't have it, right? That's exactly what they're going to tell you. So you 65, but that's your reality. And then 29% will be dead. I hope nobody believes they'll be dead at 65. Then, of course, I don't care, what you're doing for a living in America. It's really only 4 ways to produce income. 95% of the people in the population, they either have a job or, they're an employee, or they do have a business, meaning they self-employed, but they might own a lawn service, but they cut the grass themselves. They might own a restaurant, but they're in a restaurant working. That's self-employed. But only 5% of the money in America is over here. 95% of the wealth is business owners and investing. They mean investing to stocks, real estate, mutual funds, And when we mean by business owner, we mean you might have a business, Best Buy, but you don't see the owner of Best Buy working. He leveraging other people, and he leverage the system and have them in there working for him. This making sense? That's where the money at. Not just having a business, but you got to have the right type of business. So we're going to show you how to have the right type of business here in myEcon. And remember this, our business, we ain't selling no products. We are financial service business. And this going to be critical by the time we get done with this information. You know, so we're a 12-year-old business. You know, we're debt-free. We technology-driven. We're based in Atlanta, Georgia. And we'll see. I'll show you what I mean by technology-driven in a minute. And we have put over $400 million back into our business owner pocket. So that means Drake getting a $400 pay raise just for filling the form out correctly that many people don't know how to fill out. People paying off $1,000 credit cards. People cashing business checks. People becoming a millionaire off of pretty much investing money off of what we teach them as far as education when it comes to investing. That's what that $400 million is. We ain't talking about the co-founders of the business profiting $400 million. We talking about the people in the business actually winning. And then, of course, we only focus on one thing over here. Personal financial success. Your personal financial success. Not mine, not Drake, but yours personally. Whatever you want financially. Because I don't care if you're working a job or building a business. You're doing it right now to have enough cash flow to support your current lifestyle. If this is making sense. I mean, you got to eat. You got to pay bills. You might got to look out for family. That's why you're doing it now. But at the same time, you got to be preparing for retirement, for your future. You know, but here's the problem. People barely getting by now, so they really can't even invest into the future. This making sense to you? So if you was making $100,000 a year right now in the military, right?
Yeah.
Get an investment account or $1.2 million at an 8% return just to make $100,000 a year when you didn't want to work anymore after retirement. My question to you is this: how many people you know got a $1.2 million investment account? Not a lot. And the reason why is because if you get a pay raise, it's only a couple cents, or it might be 7%, but inflation eat that up. So we're going to show you how you can get a significant amount of pay raise so you can pretty much start preparing for your future while you living now. Because this is what you got to understand. If you're not investing into your future, you're already at your future right now. You're exact same spot. You know, so we got to kind of fix that. You got to be working on your now and your future. And we're going to show you how you can fix your cash flow with 5 smart cash flow strategies. And before I go further, you got to understand, I'm not going to be talking about income. You'll hear me keep saying the word cash flow. Because income is, I build a business, I get a check, that's my income I'm making. I'm working a job, I'm putting in hours, I'm getting a check, that's my income. Now, cash flow is how long this check going to last. You get what I'm saying? So if you getting paid Monday or Friday and your check ain't left until Saturday, you don't have no cash flow. Or if I'm making $1 million a year, but I'm spending $2 million, I got a cash flow of negative 6 months. But if I make $50,000 a year and I'm spending $20,000 a year of bills, I got 2 years of cash flow. So our whole goal in our business is to help you have cash flow so your money can last and not just help you have money or make money. So we're gonna teach you 5 smart cash flow strategies. Number 1 is correcting your tax withholding. Are y'all familiar with that? Correcting your tax withholding? Are you familiar? Can you hear me? Are you familiar with correcting tax withholding? Do you know what that is?
No.
Okay, cool. We're gonna teach you. Don't worry. Then number 2, we're gonna teach you how to minimize taxes on business income. You'll see why that's important as well. Then generating business income. You show me somebody wealthy, I can show you their business. You can show me somebody who trying to get ahead with money, I can show you they don't got a business. So you got to understand in America, you have to have a business to get by. Then of course, debt elimination. See, a lot of people don't understand they have money, but they're giving it away. Car loan, mortgages, credit cards. So we're going to show you how you can eliminate your debt and get some of your money back. And of course, passive income. See, I don't care how much money you're making in the military. I don't care how much money I'm making in the business. If I'm not investing into passive income, I'll never be well off, because you can never be well off labor. You know, so we're going to show you how you can create some passive income, because that's the end goal. I don't care what you're doing. You need that to enjoy retirement.
Right.
So pretty much we're going to teach you what, the first strategy, which is correcting your tax withholding. They say 80% of all employees, military, I don't care what you're doing, 80% of all employees have too much money withheld from that paycheck. And the reason why is because this W-4 form. Are you familiar with the W-4 form?
Kind of.
Okay, cool. So pretty much 80% of the people in the job force fill this form out correctly. So what end up happening is you actually lose money because return on investment. See, what you got to understand in America is your money holds value. That's why banks invest money. That's why financially successful people invest money. That's all they talk about. And that's why investment companies invest money. So when you keep giving the government your federal tax dollars every time you get paid, what they do is they invest your money in the IRS name, and they get a return on investment instead of you. And you'll understand why that's powerful by the end of this presentation. So what the government actually tells you to do, the IRS, to maximize your take-home pay and use it to pay down debt or to invest. This from the IRS. So don't believe me. Let's look at some facts that come from the Internal Revenue Service, IRS.gov. So they say a big refund, big tax bill. And that was in 2005. You know, there's some refund facts. Federal tax refunds to individuals total more than $215 billion last year. More than 101 million taxpayers got refunds. That means 80% too much. The average refund was $2,126 in 2005. Now, before I go any further, let's break down the word refund. Re mean again, fund mean your money. So all a refund mean is you gave them too much money in the first place and they gave it back to you. They had to refund it to you. This making sense to you? Then they say, where does your refund come from? It comes from your wallet or purse when you tell your employer how much to withhold from your paycheck. Or you make an estimated tax payment. For the average refund, that's about $40 a week too much. That's what the IRS said, right? Then they say you might be using the extra withholding as a forced saving method. But Uncle Sam doesn't pay interest on refunds. See, one thing you got to understand about money is you just don't, you can make money doing anything. But you got to learn the language of money. So anytime you hear the word interest, that means somebody is making money off you and somebody is loaning your money out, right? So pretty much Uncle Sam just told you, you might be using the extra withholdings as a forced saving method, meaning giving him federal taxes just to save money. But Uncle Sam doesn't pay interest on refunds except in special circumstances. Putting the money in any type of savings account or paying down debt may be a better option. So they telling you you need to get your tax money back up front instead of getting a refund. Then they say, but not everyone gets a refund. Some even face a penalty for not paying enough taxes during the year. And the reason why is because, I don't know if you all heard this, or I'm pretty sure you heard somebody say it. We're going to go and claim a exempt, then change it back. You know, have y'all heard anybody say that before?
Me personally, no.
Okay, cool. So pretty much, if you go ask anybody right now in a job force, they do it all the time. That's illegal. So what we're going to show you how to do is we're going to show you how to fill this W-4 form out correctly as a business owner. And what's going to happen is you're going to lower your federal taxes. That's how Drake got a $400 pay raise at his job, because he implemented exactly what the IRS told him. Now, pretty much minimizing taxes on business income. So that means, do you drive? Do you drive?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So every time you drive, if you're not in business, every 2 miles you drive, you might as well throw $1 out the window. Because now when you become a business owner, see, what you have to understand is the government is able to let you write off your lifestyle. They say the average American drives 20,000 miles a year. So every time you in your car, you're able to write off all the miles you drive as a business owner now. So now, if the average American drives 20,000 miles, you'll save $5,000 on taxes alone. Now, I want to catch you why I said 5,000. If you say you get in business, right, and we help you get $400 back, you know, that's $4,800 a year that you got cash flowing now in your household. A lot of people will think, well, since I got my money up front, I got to owe, right? You know, so now your business deductions, that offset that $4,800 that you got back up front. So you don't have to owe the government, because now your business deduction will take care of that. Is making sense to you?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So now your communication, your cell phone bill every month, now becomes a tax write-off, because the government like, cool, I know you got to call people on your cell phone bill and me on your cell phone and make business calls. So now your whole cell phone bill every month is a tax write-off. You're able to write that off in your taxes every year. Then, of course, travel. You can go on a trip and enjoy with your family. But now, since you got a business that's a marketing business like myEcon, you're able to tell the government, yeah, when I went on my trip, I passed out some business cards and marketing my business. Now your whole trip will become a business write-off, and you can write it off on your taxes. You're pretty much just saving money. And what is going to end up happening is you're actually going to get a bigger refund because you're spending more on your business than you make. Then, of course, meals and entertainment. You go out to eat. It could be you, some friends. It could be you and somebody you like, your girl or something, or you and Marissa, your significant other. You know, every time you go out to eat, you're able to write this off on your taxes, because you can say, look, I told the waiter about my business. So now your meal is a business meal. You just ain't spending money. You actually saving money on taxes. And then entertainment. Y'all, you ever heard somebody throwing a Super Bowl party?
Yeah.
Cool. So if they was in business, everything they bought for that Super Bowl party, they able to write all of that off. You know, even if we have enough time, I'll show you all this. Even you able to write off going to the nightclub. You're able to write off going on yachts. So when you see wealthy people on yachts, it's not a coincidence. They just doing it so they can give the government less money at the end of the year. You know, because it's entertainment and it's a business deduction for them. So we're just showing you, look, getting in business, we ain't trying to change what you do. But you spending this money anyway, but you giving it away. Learn how you can write some of this stuff off and start giving the government less, meaning you have more money. Then, of course, wages. If you had kids or anything in that nature, you'll be able to write off $6,300 that you paid your kid in wages. That means you can tell the government, yeah, I let my daughter or I let my son, you know, take out the trash in my office in my house, or I let them put printer in my paper or clean up the office, you know, every week, and I pay them $25 or $50 per week. And you just open a bank account in your child's name, and you pretty much over the bank account anyway. And every time they need some, you know, you just swiping the card, but you already buying what they need, but you're just able to write off $6,300 a year saving on taxes. So now if you made $50,000 a year, right, and you don't got a business, you might got some standard deductions, but let's say the government gonna tax you on $50,000. But if you got a business where the government gonna say, okay, I see you make $50,000, but you're like, hold up, government, before you tax me, I wrote $20,000 on deductions, meaning your lifestyle, your portion of your rent, your internet, your, you know, things you're doing when you really living. You're like, look, I spent $20,000 a year on my lifestyle, on my business. So now instead of them taxing you on 50, they're gonna take 50 minus 20, and they're gonna tax you on 30,000. So you just save 20,000 on taxes just by having a business. Then of course, business income strategy. Now, every wealthy person in America got this. They can't correct tax withholding. You know, they can minimize the taxes on business income, but they definitely got a business income strategy. So when you get into business, the first thing we're gonna help you do is we're gonna get the financial success membership. We're gonna teach you the income shifting strategy. And this strategy pretty much help you get the pay raise at your job, because we're gonna help you fill the form out correctly. Then of course the cash flow manager. So now you heard business owners say I got to keep receipts and things of that nature. Cool. So this cash flow manager, you just take a picture of the receipt and store it to the cloud instead of keeping receipts. All your receipts is in the cloud, and you just turn it in to whoever do your taxes, and they'll say see all your deductions. And then identity theft protection. Well, we do got identity theft protection, but with the identity theft protection, we got a $1 million insurance as well. We got free and discounted legal services. We got credit education. You know anybody with bad credit?
Yeah.
Cool. So look, step by step. Have you ever heard of Lexington Law Firm or like credit repair companies?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we're gonna teach you step by step how to do it. How to send dispute letters, things of that nature, and they actually have like dispute letters already made. You just got to put your information on it. Then of course we got discount travel and corporate perks, and we got products and services. Now Drake, I know, and we'll get into that into a minute. Now me personally, I don't sell these things, but people in my business do, right? Now I really don't want you to miss the vision of this, because if you was Ray Kroc, meaning McDonald's, and it's 14,000 McDonald's in the world, even though his own business might not sell burgers and milkshake every day, if he got 14,000 franchise owners, his 14,000 selling some milkshakes, some fries, some burgers, some chicken sandwiches every day. So even though he might not be selling as much, his businesses is still doing it under him. It's making sense. So don't let this scare you if you're not a salesman, because I'm not neither. I build networks like the wealthy. But I understand my business partners do this, and I'm like the wealthy. I get a percentage of it. So now you can sell the ID Defender, which is the identity theft protection if somebody didn't want to get into business, but they wanted their identity protected. And also under the identity theft protection, we're pretty much able to see sex offenders in the area. Then a smart money system. They're the credit education that you're able to sell somebody who like, look, show me how to fix my own credit. So you'll be able to sell them this product and they can learn on themselves. We got the cash flow manager, pretty much for someone who, you know, a business owner and don't want to get into business, but they do know that record keeping is important. We got booking travel. Now, of course, you know, you can book through yourself through Priceline to get a commission for it. It's not going to be a big commission, but You know, it'd be something that you didn't get anyway. Then, of course, we got healthy and vitamins and coffee and things of that nature if you want to sell it. And we got the cashback mall. Now, like I say, I don't personally do this, but guess what? Other people do. So it just makes sense to still have that in my business. Now, this is pretty much how the cash flow strategies look. You know, let's just say I went out to eat the Olive Garden in Noonan, Georgia, and I spent $50. I just put meals and entertainment, put the date, put the amount on it, put Olive Garden. It could have been me and my family. I could have put business meeting, business meal, team meeting. And I just put where in Noonan, upload the receipt, take a picture of the receipt. And pretty much, let's say my business was $35 a month. I just say, look, $34.95, my business, and I put the date every month and I pay it. And the reason I put my business overhead in it every month, because it's like the government paying for me to be in business, because I'm able to write it off, so I'm getting it back at the end of the year. This making sense? So pretty much this is how the smart money system looks. You learn how to remove collections, repossessions, foreclosure, identity theft, loans, medical bills, judgments, and public records from your credit report. And it's step-by-step tutorial on how to fix your credit. And pretty much, like I said, you can see on the right-hand side where it say current lessons. It got videos to go with it. Of course, it's do-it-yourself. But if you implement it, I can guarantee you see results because my credit score raised from using this. Then, of course, we got the cash flow manager. Now, like I told you, the end goal should be passive income anyway. So let's say you wanted to retire completely in 2038. And when you retire, you want to make $7,000 a month. So what this cash flow strategy is that what we're going to do inside the cash flow manager is going to show you how to make $7,000 a month by the year 2038. Let's say you don't get Social Security, you don't get pension plan, you don't have a 401k. So now you'll need $840,000 in an investment account or retirement account by 2038 to retire. So now on line 9 going to show you how you only need to invest $986 every month to get to $7,000 a month. Now, a lot of people are like, I don't have $986. I'm going to show you how the average person got $2,000 or $3,000 that they're giving away every month in debt to other people. So then we got a world-class business system. We got a world-class business system. You enroll 2 people in the business, you're not an executive vice president, or if you sell 200 worth of products. And once you become an executive vice president, you earn 85% of what your team sell and 100% of what you sell. Now, like I say, don't miss the vision of this because it's on a smaller scale. Now, if you had, McDonald's and you rate crop, and every time them 14,000 businesses selling milkshake, selling French fries, selling burgers, and you making 85% of that, if you was rate crop family, I can guarantee your family have to never worry about anything else. So it's the same thing when it comes to this business. Then, of course, you enroll your third person. You can pay $35 and $25 for that first 2 all the way down to infinity. But we get in business for the residual income. See, what you got to understand, you're going to work hard 2 to 5 years anyway. I don't care what you're doing. You're going to work hard. But if you already – how long you been in the military, if you don't mind me asking?
For like 2 years. 2
years. Cool. So now let me ask you this. From the 2 years you've been in the military, did you get a check every second Friday for all the hard work you did?
Yeah.
You getting a check, I'm saying, from all the hard work you did 2 years ago. You just getting paid, from the hours you put in now. So you getting paid from all the hours you did 2 years ago. No, you get paid for the hours. Go ahead.
So, like, honestly, I don't, make, the money that I should be making. Honestly, like the amount of work that I put in versus the hours.
Okay. Okay, I got you. So pretty much residual income, right? What I'm telling you is you already know you're working hard. You put in a lot of hours, but you're not getting paid every month for all the hours you put in. You got to put in the same type of hours to get the pay. See, with residual income, I'm getting paid for the work I did last year. I'm getting paid for the work I did 3 years ago. This making sense to you. So, we're going to show you how you can earn $3 to $5 to $8 to $10 per business earning you in residual income. So residual income or save, it's your choice. But I don't care if you don't want to do this. You're going to have to do this regardless if you want to be financially successful. You'll need $90,000 in a bank account, in a savings account, I should say, without never touching it, just to make $300 a month. Or you can leverage your network like corporate America, and you can build your business to 100 businesses and you can make $300 a month in residual income. That's like earning a property in real estate. So when, sometimes when people say, I want to get into real estate and rent my home out, you don't heard everybody say that, right? Or somebody said once in your lifetime. So pretty much the rent, they probably charge somebody $800 to live in it, but the rent or the mortgage probably $500. So the owner capped $300 every month from whoever rented out from them. You get what I'm saying? So that's like owning a property in real estate. When you build your business to 100 businesses under you, then of course, let's say you wanted to make $8,400 a month. When you want to retire, when you wanted to retire, you need $2.73 million in a savings account without never touching it. Or you can leverage your network like corporate America and build your business to 1,050 people. See, what you got to understand is wealth is a team sport. So you don't know 1,050 people. But guess what? 10 people know 100. 10 people can build their business over time to 100. Because I know did it since I've been 18. 10 people build their team to 100. You had 1,000 teammates under you. See, what you got to understand, when I say under you, don't get scared, because military recruit. So I'm just showing you everything is teamwork if you want to be great. So don't let business scare you, because you don't understand business teamwork too, because we're not educated on it. So I'm just saying, you don't get scared when I say that. Then of course, real people, real results. This me cashing $1,000 business checks a week and just getting recognized. The dude on the right with the dreads, this is my business partner. I know he way older than me, but he got me in business, and he cashing a lot of money on a weekly basis. And pretty much on the right, their picture on the right-hand side, they're just leaders getting recognized for their hard work and leading their team, leading their business, and getting paid $2,000, $3,000, $1,000 a week in business income. Then, of course, this debt elimination. So let's say, I don't know, we can just say for this person, for an example, he got in business. We taught him the first strategy. He got $500 cash flowing back in his paycheck from federal taxes. He got $500 in business income we helping him make every month. Now we're going to help him eliminate some debt. So now let's say he got a car note with $17,000 left, and he'll pay it off in 32 months. And he paying the car note people $545. We're going to pay them the same $545, but we're going to add the $500 we freed up from federal taxes that you're paying to the government that should be in your pocket anyway. Then we're going to add the $500 in business income. So we're going to send them, instead of $545, $1,545, and they pay their car note off in a year instead of 32 months. Now they cash flowing every month $1,545. Now let's say they got a visa of $8,000, they'll pay it off in 78 months, right? And they paying visa $200. We're gonna send them the same $200, but we're gonna send them the car note money we freed up, the tax money we freed up, and the $500 in business income. Now we're sending them $1,745 a month instead of $200, and they pay the $8,000 visa off in 5 months instead of 78. And now they got their cash flow in their household $1,745. See, what you got to understand is this. If this not your reality, I can guarantee you it's somebody in your family reality, because they older. It's making sense. They got the visa. They got the car notes. They got the mortgages. So let's say they got a mortgage of $200,000 and they'll pay it off in 360 months. And they send them the, $1,200 a month for mortgage. We're going to send them the same $1,200, but we're going to send them the $200 we freed up from visa, the $545 from the car note, the $500 you overpaying the taxes, and the $500 from business income. Now we're going to send them $2,945 instead of $1,200. And they just paid their $200,000 mortgage off in 68 months instead of 360. Now they got $2,945 cash flowing in their household every month that they was giving away. They was giving that money away. This is making sense to you. So I just showed you, I don't know if you saw it, but I just showed you on the front end, let's say if you want to retire in 2038 and never work again, you just wanted to make $7,000 a month. Our plan just showed you you only need to invest $986. I just showed you how the average person got $3,000 they giving away. So now this person will free it up, eliminate over $225,000 worth of debt. Sharing this pause. Oh man, I don't know what the heck happened with this. Hold up, give me 1 second.
All right.
Okay, cool. Can y'all still see it? We back on it?
Yeah, here you go.
All right, cool. So now say $352,000 in interest, and you got $2,945 to invest or to live life how you want to live. But let's say they, instead of giving it away, they invested $2,945 a month. Now, in 10 years, just by investing the money that was given away, they are over $500,000, 538. And only 5 years later, they're a millionaire. Is making sense to you? So I don't care if you want to be a millionaire or not. You're going to create a millionaire in your lifetime. The question is going to be who? It's going to be you, or you're going to be creating somebody else a millionaire. But you got to remember, they was giving that money away in debt to somebody else. You know, so you're going to create a millionaire in your lifetime, even if you don't want to. Then this the residual income. You build your business to 100, you're at $300 a month. You build your team to 200, you at $1,000 a month. You build your team to 400, you at $2,000 a month. And this over time, this is 2 to 5 year plan. You build your team to 800, you at $6,400 a month in residual income. Now you got to understand, this don't happen overnight, but you're gonna work hard anyway. But you just told me you've been working it for 2 years, and I can guarantee you, every second Friday, then they're paying you $1,000 residual check from the work you done did. So now in 2 to 5 years, you know, let's just say you made it at $40,000 in 2 to 10 years. You made it to $40,000 over time. You almost a millionaire of residual income alone. I'm not talking about none of the 35 and the 25, none of the percentages you're making off your squad. I'm talking about just residuals alone. You know, made almost $1 million off residuals. Now, like I'm gonna tell you, right? How many hours you got to put in at your job to make $1,000 check? To make $1,000 check, how many hours you got to put in?
Like what? 12? Like 12.
So you got to put in 12 hours to make $1,000 check.
I mean, well, so we're not paid hourly.
Okay, I got you. Cool. So pretty much, listen. If you're making $1,000 in residual income, right? Now you done freed up 12 hours that you're able to do something else. So the whole point of residuals is you want to be able to free up your time, but you're still living life. This making sense to you? You know, so, and like I said, it happened over time because it's gonna build. You don't know 5,000 people, but over time you're gonna see how from a team, you're gonna end up building your business to 5,000. It's no wonder why you see big businesses got vice presidents, general managers, supervisors, managers. That's because the CEO of the business or the company know he can't do it by himself. You need a team. You know, so I'm just showing you on a lower level how this all working the same thing without paying $100,000 to open a franchise. This making sense to you?
Yeah.
And of course, you know, you don't got to believe me. You can Google this on your phone right now. What industry create the most millionaires? It ain't professional athletes and not real estate, not technology, it's not healthcare. Financial services create the most millionaires and billionaires in the world. And like Business Insiders say, it's the best industry to get in if you want to make a lot of money and you're willing to put in the work. Now, I just told you our business up front was a financial service business, right? So I'm just showing you how it go hand in hand. This business is the right business if you want to get wealthy, that you can get wealthy in it, according to education. Then, of course, you don't got to get started in this. You don't got to get started in business. But in 15 years, and you still going to be working in 15 years, you giving the government $400 in federal taxes, they're going to go invest your money every month. For 15 years, you know, gave away $165,000. In over 30 years, let's say you work for 30 years, you know, gave away almost $1 million in federal taxes alone. So, like I said again, you will create a millionaire in America. The question is who? Then, of course, you can get started in business. You can see that you can receive the income shifting strategy, which is getting a pay raise at your job. Whatever year you want to retire, you'll be able to put that year in, how much money you desire. Like, say if you wanted to retire at 40 and you wanted $10,000 a month, you getting all this in the income shifting strategy. And what our business going to do is going to show you how much money you need to invest a month to get that by the year you want to retire. You get the debt elimination. If you got any debt, they're going to go by your numbers. They're going to go by whatever debt you got, and it's going to give a plan so you can pay off your own debt and free up your money. You get the cash flow manager software to keep your deductions. You get the identity theft protection with the $1 million insurance, and you're able to see any sex offenders in your area. You get free and discounted legal services. You get the credit education. And pretty much, like I say, step by step, how to fix credit and improve your credit score. To be honest alone, if you're really a business person or really like making money, people will pay thousands of dollars to fix their credit, especially when you're trying to get in a house. You can open another business just off the things you're learning, the credit education. Then, of course, discount travel and corporate perks. You'll get valuable tax benefits. And like I tell people, the business is only $35 to get started and $35 a month. Now, people don't really understand this. The tax benefits alone, especially if you got a job, will pay for your business. The Drake got in business, he ain't make no business income, he ain't paid off no debt. The first thing we help him do is fix this W-4, and he started cash flowing extra $400 a month at his job, right? And now, if you're only paying $35 a month, people will be calling me next week like, if this wasn't a business, hey, if I gave you $60, would you give me $800? They'll be trying to double up. But since it's a business and they got to put in work, they're like, I don't know about the 35. But what they don't really understand, the government is really paying for you to get wealthy. Because you get $400 back every month. However month, they taking in federal taxes. And then you're able to write off that $35 every month anyway to get back on your taxes at the end of the year. This making sense to you?
Yeah.
And pretty much like I tell everybody, if you want to get wealthy, you just got to learn how to serve other people. Because if nobody going to the store and nobody buy iPhone, Apple will have to close down. If nobody going to the store, if people stop buying different cars, that car company will have to shut down because they're not making profit. So if you want to get wealthy in America, you just got to learn how to serve other people because that's where money come from. In the military, you're just doing a service and they paying you for that service. Now you might be putting in more hours than you getting paid. As you said, your pay might not be what you like to get paid, but at the end of the day, they still paying you for a service you're doing for them. This making sense? So now we're just gonna show you how to serve the world, and you can build your business over time. You know, and of course you can get wealthy. But I mean, ask me anything. You got any questions you want to ask me? I mean, ask me anything.
I mean, like, so I get that you're like a financial service or whatever, but like,
Okay.
what do you like do? Like,
So we just show people the plan. We just show people how to pretty much get their money in order. Because what you got to understand, in America, people money is jacked up. That's the number one thing that people are struggling with, money. So all you doing is you having a business, and the service of our business is just helping people get their cash flow together, teaching them about, finances. Then, of course, we got products and services you can sell them too. But the main overall goal is teaching you about finance so you can get your finances in order. That's all you're doing. You're just serving people on a financial level. Okay. And building a business at the same time. It's really like you got a franchise. Because look, just in the military, you got to put in the work and you start moving up in rank. But in a business, you start your own business. You at top. So if you don't do no work, you don't get paid. But what we're going to show you how to do is how to build your business. But instead of hiring employees and general managers, you just franchising a business like you rake out with the owner of McDonald's. And he got 14,000 McDonald's. So now when you get in business, we just going to show you how to franchise your business, which is myEcon if you get started, and start building residual income over time.
Okay, cool.
But do you got any other questions?
Yeah. I got a question for Drake.
Go ahead.
How has it helped you out, like, financially? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it helped me out financially pretty good. I'm learning out where to put my money at, like where to invest my money at. Because at first I was just saving my money, and you only get like 0.03%. I mean, interest rate on that.
Yeah.
You'll never see your money double. So, yeah, I'm pretty much. But it's helped me out a lot, man. Because you got to learn how money works if you really want to make a lot of money, to be honest.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So like, how would I get started? I guess, like, you know what I'm saying, like, cause like I'm still like in the military, so how could I like balance this and like the military, or is it like something that like?
Nah, pretty much.
Slowly...
That's a great question. Pretty much, I'm trying to upgrade this before this time cut out. If it cut out, we just gonna get on another one, because my computer moving slow. But pretty much,